A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The punter, Jake Camarda, ready to get this one going. And away we go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Fritz comes out throwing. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the 23. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They'll try and punch it in. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
2nd and goal from the 9 here. Hurts looking to throw. Forced out to his right. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Penix now to throw. Now it'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Penix on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Escapes out to the left. That's into the hands of Franklin. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing for the pistol, Penix. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Into the hands of Pitts. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Penix looking to pass. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here's Penix to throw. Able to hit Robinson, complete. Has room into the secondary. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with first and goal.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
The Mets got it. Touchdown, Atlanta. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Now Camarda on to send it away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, first and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Caught by his back. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
Taken in by Likely. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at fourth down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Hey, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3 and out.
Drive starts out with a first and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Staying with Robinson. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. All right, here we go. Second down. They'll run here following the penalty. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Sidney Brown in on that stop. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at third and still 10 here. Penix here from the gun. Pitts brings it in.
You get to that money down, that third down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Eagles will take possession. First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10, here's Stevenson. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. A.J. Terrell making that stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
On third down, it's Hurts. Setting up the screen. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's the handoff. Give him 32 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
The give inside to Stevenson. And he only gets this one down to the 9. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the pistol, Hurts. Finds his back complete. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Return starts from the goal line. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
From the 39. Finds his target, Robinson. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Here's a handoff for Algier. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
From just shy of midfield on second down. Won't get this complete to Pitts. And he goes out a little short of the 40. They get 6 and a first down as well. Running left is Robinson. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Complete out to the right. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. It's the Falcons with a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Penix. He's still going at the 30. Given 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Falcons will have a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the red zone now. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it's going to be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
3rd down give to Robinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Penix. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. That one's rejected at the line. It's 2nd and goal.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Marshall there to bring it in. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Not a lot of of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And he could have a free play here. Rolling out to his left. Into the hands of Likely. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. He saw someone jump, took the free play deep, Brock, and that gets them a much bigger play than the penalty would have. They're set up at the 35 now. First down throwing for Hurts. Setting up the running back screen. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Hurts throwing again. Getting out to his left. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Hurts now from the gun. He rolls to his right. And he scores! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles take the lead just before halftime. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. They'll get 18 yards there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it'll knock this game up late in the second quarter.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Fields the hard squib kick. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far, and no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Got it, man. Robinson has it. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Going right side, Robinson with it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Another carry for Robinson.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
3rd and just 2 to go. They go play action. Here's Penix. Buying some time left. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. He's back to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Robinson on the inside give. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. And they were all over that reverse. He's tracked down behind the line.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Now the give for Bijan. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Stuffed once again, and now suddenly they're left with 3rd and goal.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
Escapes the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Michael Penix Jr. the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons tie this game up. Now Camarda on to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Fires right away, but incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So that brings up 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Hurts setting up to throw. We've got a screen to the running back.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll get it up to the 44. Tackle made by the rookie from Wisconsin. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. This finds likely. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. He picks up 8 on the run, and now they're going to have 3rd and 4.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Blown back, gets the handoff. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Hurts to throw. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. A give up the middle to Stevenson. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here's Hurts. Caught by his back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Flush down out to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it! And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's been a high-scoring game so far, but we're still tied 24-all to begin the final frame. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone, so the football will come back out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And they'll only let him get up to around the 28 before taking him down. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Staying with Robinson. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's tackled for a short gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Penix working from the gun. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Third down, it's Penix. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll run it with Robinson. No one around. He's got space. He cuts it. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead. Now Camarda on to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. Hits his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 5. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
From the pistol, Hurts. To the left and hauled in by Likely. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. And this to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Eagles push their lead to 3. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Penix. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
2nd and 10. Penix to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, he bought what time he could by rolling to his dominant side, but just nothing available, and the throw winds up as an interception.
Yeah, this is a good little tester for the defense. You don't see a lot of southpaws in the league. Most of them are pitching and not playing quarterback anymore. But that really tests the defense and how sound and fundamental they can be with the QB that is left-handed, the QB that does test that side of the field. Well, in this defense, they more than pass the test.
And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Bone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this is down to the 5-yard line before they can stop him. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. The give inside to Stevenson. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Looks like a pickup of 2, and now they've got 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th and 3, drive on the line. Back to throw it. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Pitts brings it in. Still going through the 25. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Penix on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be 2nd down. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. He's on the move. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. The tip definitely broke up that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He'll throw it. Buys time, rolling right. He's running for it. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 now. Finds his target, Robinson. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And the Falcons will have a first.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons have taken the lead late. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. Now Camarda on to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Setting up to pass. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Now to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. He'll look to throw it. Taken in by Likely. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Hurts throwing again. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing now. Completed to his running back. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Escapes out to the left. Now here he goes. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
First down throwing for Hurts. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for the back that time. So it's 2nd down coming up. Hurts now from the gun. Finds his back complete. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw it. He has the first over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. From the red zone now. Chased out to his right. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
So the Falcons earn the win in this one.